30 minutes later, the sun started to dip below the horizon, painting the sky with a vibrant crimson hue following the recent downpour. Shen Yuan extended his hand to catch the fading light, glanced upward and remarked, "The rain stopped. Come on, I'll drive you home." Zui softly murmured, "Chenzong, could you kindly remove your hand from me? It's been half an hour already." Upon hearing this, Shen Yuan swiftly pulled his hand back, feigning indifference, and said, "Oh, haha, my apologies. I was just worried you'd feel chilly." Time passed quickly, and after 40 minutes, darkness was nearly complete. Shen Yuan's G63 came to a halt outside a residential complex. Shui stepped out and said, "Chenzong, this is my place. Thanks for the lift. Sorry for the inconvenience." Shen Yuan, observing her, responded, "Mind if I come up for a bit?" Carrying a few items, he trailed Shui into the complex. Surveying the surroundings, Shen Yuan couldn't help but sigh inwardly. "I had a feeling her situation wasn't great, but I didn't realize it was this dire. This place looks like a crumbling structure ready to fall apart, doesn't it?" Noticing his determination to follow, Shu Wei finally turned and said, "All right, you can come up, but I need to help my family prepare dinner, so I won't have time to host you." Shen Yuan replied, "Go do what you need. I'll just sit for a while and leave." As they walked by, the human-powered camera crew immediately zoomed in on Shen Yuan's G63, murmuring among themselves. One auntie inquired, "What kind of vehicle is that? It doesn't look inexpensive." The uncle beside her took a drag on his cigarette, acting knowledgeable, and said, "That's a glass car, probably costs at least 3 million yuan." Another auntie, overhearing, broke into a cold sweat at the price. "That costly? Is that young man Shui's boyfriend?" The auntie next to her laughed heartily and replied, "He's brought gifts to meet the parents at her house. I'd say it's 8 or 9 parts certain." Auntie Dai, fanning herself, smiled in agreement. This Shui has finally caught a break. She won't have to struggle anymore. But her expression quickly darkened, and she added ominously, "Maybe not. Rich folks care about social standing. Why would they choose a family like hers?" Another auntie nodded in agreement. "I think so too. Those wealthy types just toy around. Plenty of sweet, innocent girls out there. Why pick one with a deceased father, a disabled mother, and a burden to boot?" The uncle nearby, overhearing their gossip, stormed off, spitting on the ground and muttering, "Tch, you two should mind your tongues and speak with some respect." Back at Shen Yuan's side, as they neared an apartment, a young boy joyfully dashed out upon seeing Shui and shouted, "Sister, you're home!" She knelt down, ruffled his hair gently, and asked, "Xiaoji, are you hungry? I'll start dinner soon." Shen Yuan, observing, asked, "Is this your little brother, Shua?" She turned and said, "Xiaoji, this is my friend. Say hi to him." "This is Su Jing, my biological younger brother." The boy, spotting a stranger, hid shyly behind his sister. Shua smiled apologetically and said, "Sorry, my brother's a bit shy." Just then, a woman with a labored gait approached, leaning on a cane. Shui hurried to support her, saying, "Mum, why are you out here?" The woman gave a warm smile and replied, "It's fine, just stretching my legs a bit." Then she asked, "Shui, who's this young man?" Shua introduced, "This is my friend Shen Yuan." Shen Yuan spoke up, "Hello, auntie." Shua's mother eyed him suspiciously, thinking, "Shui's never brought a boyfriend home before. Could he be?" Then she said, "Xiao Chen, you've brought so many things. You shouldn't have spent so much. Come in, sit down." Shen Yuan replied politely, "Thank you, auntie." They all entered the apartment. Shui headed to the small kitchen, saying, "Shen Yuan, make yourself comfortable. I'm going to cook dinner." Her mother turned to her son and said, "Xiaoji, go pour your brother some water." 30 minutes later, after chatting about everything from Thailand's conflicts with Cambodia to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Shui emerged from the kitchen with several dishes and announced, "Dinner's ready, everyone. Let's eat." The food was soon spread out on the table. Xiaoji beamed at his sister and said, "Yay, your cooking's the best." Shui's mother turned to Shen Yuan with a kind smile and said, It's just simple home-cooked food. Next time you come, Xiao Chen, I'll prepare properly and treat you to a feast. Shen Yuan smiled back and said, You're too generous, Auntie. I'm thrilled to taste your cooking. Shui's mother replied, Really? Then eat plenty. Observing the family's circumstances, Shen Yuan felt a pang of sympathy for Shui. No wonder she's so resilient. So young, yet already the family's backbone. She's had to become strong. After dinner, Shen Yuan didn't linger. He bid farewell to the family and turned to leave, a touch of melancholy in his heart. At the door, Shui chased after him, calling, Chenzong, hold on. You bought all those things, let me pay you back. As she raised her phone to scan a QR code, Shen Yuan gently took it from her hand, saying, Let me use your phone for a second. Shui looked puzzled. Huh? After a few quick actions, he handed it back, waved and said, I'm heading out. Goodbye. See you next time. Shui then noticed a notification on her phone. ICBC, your account ending in 30 Yi, received 50, 0 yuan at 1940, 2 on May 13. Stunned, she thought. He transferred 50, 0 yuan to me. After a moment of shock, she leaned out the window and shouted, Shen Yuan, wait! Ignoring her, Shen Yuan acted as if he hadn't heard and walked to the main road. Stopping by his car, he thought, 50, 0 yuan means little to me, but it could ease Shu's family's struggles for a while. I just wonder if she'll accept it no favorability points above her head. Sigh. What if she refuses it later? 5. Back in his car, his mind raced, but a faint sense stirred within him, like something lost was returning. What could it be? His phone rang, and seeing the caller, he answered, Little secretary, go ahead. Fu Yingzi's voice came through briskly. Boss, we've narrowed 653 applicants down to 12, 1 female, 11 males. I've sent the electronic file and the female applicants' candid photos to your mailbox. Shen Yuan replied approvingly, Good work. Bonus for you this month. Yingzi chirped, Thank you, boss. Keep working. Call me if you need anything. Hanging up now. After the call, Shen Yuan mused. Friday's Lao Chen's birthday. Gotta pick out a gift tomorrow. After all, there's 30 million for filial piety. Lao Chen and Mother Lai are truly fortunate. Then there's Hui Hui No, Coach Lu 1 night each. Perfectly balanced. A master of fairness does it this way. Back at Shui's home, as soon as Shen Yuan left, the fan-wielding auntie approached to gossip. Seeing Shui's mother, she asked, Was that young man Shui's boyfriend? Her mother replied, I'm not sure. Shui hasn't said anything. The aunt leaned in and whispered, He's clearly wealthy. That car he drives? Worth 2 or 3 million yuan. Shui's mother's eyes widened. That much? The aunt, fanning herself, chuckled. If Shui ends up with him, you and Xiaoji's lives will get better. You need to talk to her. Shui's mother's gaze grew pensive. This is a big deal for Shui's future. I don't want to burden her, forcing her to marry someone she doesn't love. She should choose for herself. The aunt added, I don't know what Shui thinks, but that young man's got feelings for her. Coming to her house like that, even if she's not interested, you should give her some advice. She left soon after. A few steps away, another woman who'd overheard spoke up. You all are dreaming too big, aren't you? He just visited for a bit, and you're already planning a romance? The fan auntie retorted, He came to her house, that means something. The other woman scoffed. Maybe he was interested at first, but seeing their situation, those feelings probably evaporated. These words reached Shui's mother's ears from behind the door, and her heart ached for her daughter. She went to the kitchen where Shui was tidying up and said, Shui, I need the truth. Shui, cleaning, looked surprised. Mum, what's up? Her mother asked directly, What's your relationship with that young man? Shui replied, He's a big client at the company. He was inspecting the site today, it rained, and he offered me a ride home. That's all. Her mother pressed, Does this client like you? Shui thought back to the afternoon, recalling Shen Yuan's odd behavior, but also the beautiful girl with him at their last dinner, likely his girlfriend. She said, I don't know. Her mother sighed, You don't know? Then she asked, What do you think of him? Shui, a bit annoyed, said, Mom, What are you talking about? He's just a client. Her mother softened. All right, I understand. You heard Aunt Zhang's gossip, right? Don't take it to heart. Your father's gone, and you've carried this family alone. Xiao Ji and I owe you so much. I just want you to be happy. Don't ever feel you have to marry into wealth for our sake, okay? Shui hugged her mother gently and said, Mom, I know, don't worry. Her eyes betrayed a hint of sadness as memories of the villa flashed through her mind, bumping into Chen Yuan's chest, his arms around her from behind. Her heart stirred faintly. Meanwhile, at the Juni Hotel, in that same room, Chen Yuan and Manglu were locked in a frenzy of action again, trading moves with techniques drawn from across the globe. The next morning arrived swiftly. After a night filled with intense field combat, Manglu and Chen Yuan were still deep in slumber. The sharp ring of the phone jolted Chen Yuan awake, and he groggily picked it up. A woman's voice came through the line. President Chen, it's Fu Jiang from Guanting Decoration Company. Chen Yuan, still half asleep, mumbled, You finally got through. Is something urgent? Fu Jiangmei responded, My apologies, President Chen. Is now a good time? I'd like to discuss my student, Sui. Chen Yuan replied, All right, give me a moment. After a quick wash, he threw on some athletic wear and a baseball cap, then headed out mysteriously to meet her. Upon arriving and settling down, he asked, You called me so early about Shua. What's the issue? Fu Jiangmei handed him a matcha latte, smiling. Yesterday you sent her 50 yuan, and she sent it back, but you didn't accept it. Chen Yuan sipped the latte and said, That's true. Fu Jiangmei continued, Please don't take it the wrong way. I noticed she seemed upset at work this morning, so I asked her about it. After a brief pause, she added, Shua isn't that type of person. Your gesture might weigh heavily on her mind. She won't keep the money. Please accept it back. Chen Yuan raised an eyebrow. Is that why you wanted to meet? Fu Jiangmei looked slightly embarrassed and said, 04, President Chen. Shua isn't after money. If you're interested in her, you'll need to try harder. Chen Yuan's gaze turned thoughtful. That wasn't my intention with the money, he said, waving it off. But fine, I'll take it back. He tapped his phone to accept the transfer. A notification popped up. Industrial and Commercial Bank, your account ending in 30X, received 200 yuan at 9:42 a.m. on the 14th. He sighed. She even added 200 yuan, probably for what I bought her yesterday. Stubborn girl. Turning to Fu Jiangmei, he asked, Has Wan Sheng been sending Shua to entertain clients with drinks at other projects lately? She shook her head. No, President Chen, rest assured. She's only overseeing your construction site. With that, Chen Yuan took a sip of his latte and stood. All right, thanks for your time. I'll head out. As he left, Fu Jiangmei reflected deeply. If Shua and Chen Yuan got together, her life would be comfortable, and her family's situation would change dramatically. But she's so stubborn and independent. Girls like her are rare these days, with so many chasing shortcuts. Back in his car, Chen Yuan's phone rang again. Yu Chang's soft voice came through. Chen Yuan, are you free tonight? Want to grab a drink at a cafe? He grinned. I'm free. Come over to my place. Yu Chang hesitated. My husband might be home this evening. 05. The thrill of danger surged through Chen Yuan, and he cut in. Doesn't that make it more exciting? After a moment, Yu Chang said, All right, come over. With a mischievous tone, Chen Yuan replied, I haven't eaten yet. I need a full stomach to fix that air conditioner. Yu Chang caught his meaning and said, I'll make you dinner. The day passed quickly, like a dog sprinting through a field. By 6 p.m., Chen Yuan was at Yu Chang's house, watching her cook in the kitchen. What's on the menu? He asked. She turned with a smile. Dujang pig kidney soup. Chen Yuan's expression turned sly. She chose this dish on purpose. Married women really know what's up. He slid behind her, wrapping his arms around her, and whispered, Have you made this for your husband before? Yu Chang frowned slightly. No, it's my first time. I learned it online. Noticing her reaction, Chen Yuan slipped one hand under her shirt cupping her breast, while the other moved lower. "What time's your husband back?" "Around 9, she replied. Shen Yuan pulled a condom from his pocket, swiftly entering her. "So, we've got an hour and a half." It felt tight, and Yu Chang turned, her voice tinged with surprise. It feels different today." Shen Yuan nibbled her shoulder, thrusting deeper. "Like it?" The kitchen soon filled with soft moans. An hour later, after their passionate encounter, Yu Chang served him a bowl of the nourishing soup. He took a sip. "Not bad for your first try." She beamed. "If you like it, I can make it often." He hesitated. "Wouldn't that be inconvenient?" Yu Chang's face hardened. "No. I've decided to divorce him. I want real happiness." Shen Yuan adopted a serious tone. "That's great, Lin. Congrats on taking that step." He left just before 9 p.m. As he started his car, Zhang Shenyong approached, eyeing the luxury vehicle with sweat beading on his face. A glass car? Nobody in this neighborhood drives something like this. Recognizing Shen Yuan, he froze. "Wait, isn't that the rich guy who bought a car from Chen Na and is bankrolling her? What's he doing here?" Grumbling, he headed inside. Seeing Yu Chang sipping soup, he said cheerfully, "Wow, you made soup for me? You're getting so thoughtful." Yu Chang smirked inwardly. "Sorry, Dang, this isn't for you." Note, search Wu Dang online for context. Before she could respond, Zhang poured himself a bowl and asked, "Why's the air conditioner off?" "It's hot. Why use this fan? We're not that broke." Yu Chang replied, "It's not hot." She chuckled to herself. "You're overthinking. I just don't want Shen Yuan's scent lingering." Misreading her smile, Zhang loosened his tie smugly. "Finish the soup, huh? I get it. Let me shower, and I'll make you feel good." Quote. He headed to the bathroom. 10 minutes later, he returned, eager, but stopped short at the closed bedroom door. "What? Wasn't the soup to energize me for her? Did she fall asleep?" Grumbling, he flopped onto the sofa. "I gave you a chance, but you didn't take it. I'll save my energy for a younger girl tomorrow." The next morning, on the school field, a crowd of attractive students gathered. Fu Ying surveyed them with satisfaction, thinking, "Based on Shen Yuan's advice, I tweaked the original plan 11 times. Now, we've got 2 male students, and mostly campus beauties, like senior Yayan from the flight attendant class." At 1.75 meters tall, Yayan was a heartthrob. Fu Ying's gaze shifted to a graceful girl. Junior AI 2.0, the little hot devil, caused a stir on arrival. Then, to a girl in a cosplay outfit, Zhang Man, the female neuro of Star Origin City, with her Mizi cosplay and 200 Douyin followers. Little dragon girl Long Jing Han observed, feeling underdressed, "I miscalculated. Competing with them is intense." Yanong, the class monitor from Shen Yuan's international trade class, eyed the female students warily. "This doesn't feel like a startup. It's a harem audition. I thought Shen Yuan liked the business plan. I'm such an idiot." Annoyed, he thought, "Why am I on this shortlist for his harem? That jerk Shen Yuan is playing dirty." Fu Ying, hands on her hips, smirked with satisfaction, thinking, "Now, it's time for the boss to shine." Observing Yansong standing uneasily among a cluster of attractive girls, a male student approached to strike up a conversation. "Greetings, classmate. I'm Mojin Wong. It's great to finally meet another townsmith." Just then, Shen Yuan strolled over and, spotting Yansong, immediately remarked, "Class monitor, I didn't think you'd need to launch a business too." Yansong responded with a wry smile, "President Chen, I come from a humble background. Naturally, I must grab every chance to climb up right now." The girls noticed Shen Yuan, their faces glowing with admiration. "It's Shen Yuan! Shen Yuan's here!" Shen Yuan then turned to Zhen Wang. "I recall your name is Moz?" Eagerly, Zhen Wang corrected, "Boss, it's Mo Zhen Wang." Shen Yuan went on, "You two made it through the initial round because your startup ideas are grounded, not lofty or unrealistic. After all, Starting a business and opening a shop on campus requires aligning with students' needs for food, clothing, shelter, and transport. He then asked, I remember you two, one's planning a fried food shop, the other a fruit shop, correct? Zhen Wang quickly nodded. Yes, exactly. Mine's the fried food shop. Shen Yuan grinned. There's no fried food shop on campus yet. You filling that gap is smart. If the flavor's good and prices are fair, business will thrive. Plus, the startup base's location is right beneath the girls' dormitory. So, class monitor, your fruit shop has great potential too. Hearing such praise, Zhen Wang couldn't help but feel elated inside. He thought to himself, sounds like we're definitely in. Nearby, Yan Song gave a faint nubile smile. With the current male-to-female ratio, our project might just be a token entry. If the startup base were all women, the public would lose it. Shen Yuan's tactic to dodge criticism is clever, but I'm fine as long as I secure the funding. At that moment, Shen Yuan turned to Zhen Wang and asked, Student Mo, I saw on your application that you've worked as a social media influencer. Zhen Wang replied, in simple terms, it's like an online water army. Shen Yuan raised an eyebrow. Do you have a team? Zhen Wang scratched his head, grinning sheepishly. Yeah, I've got a chat group with over 100 people. We've collaborated a few times. Organized. Shen Yuan raised a hand to cut him off. All right, enough. You two head back. I've still got to interview the female students. Zhen Wang thought to himself, once I've got my own company, who knows? I might tap into those resources of Mo Zhen Wang. 2 hours later, after navigating a crowd of charming girls, Shen Yuan returned to his office on campus. Watching Ying Zed haul a stack of documents to the desk, he praised, Little secretary, you're doing great work. I had no expectations, but there are actually some top-notch ones, both stunning and sharp. Ying Zed smiled and responded, Working for the boss, I've got to give my all. Just then, a knock echoed from the door. Knock, knock, knock. Ying Zi went to answer it. To her surprise, Long Jing Han stood outside. Junior, the interviews are done. Is there something else? She asked. Jing Han replied softly. Senior, I need to speak privately with President Chen. Ying Zi hesitated, glancing at Shen Yuan and whispering, Boss, what do we do? Shen Yuan said, Step outside for now. Ying Zi exited, and Jing Han entered, gently shutting the door. Shen Yuan spoke first. Go ahead, what's up? Jing Han faltered, then asked anxiously, Senior, have I been cut? In her mind, she replayed the interview, thinking Shen Yuan's attention was mostly on those two. He barely glanced at me. Shen Yuan responded, The final list comes after the re-examination. Jing Han pressed, Do I have a shot? Shen Yuan gave a sly smile. Haven't I already given you one? Jing Han thought, He's right. Being let back in here is the chance. She spoke earnestly. Senior, I hold a primary accounting certificate and an international CPA. I'm also working on a primary economist certificate. I lack real-world experience, but tasks like cashier duties, financial reporting, organizing transaction data, and calculating costs for the startup base are well within my ability. Shen Yuan replied, Wouldn't an experienced accountant handle those better? Jing Han froze, unsure how to respond. In her head, she thought, guys chasing me could line up from the school's front gate to the back, but they're all broke and pitiful. None are worth my time. After 2 years, I finally found a catch like Shen Yuan. You only get so many chances in life. If I don't act now, when will I? I, Long Jing Han, will make him mine. With that, she stepped forward, kissed Shen Yuan's cheek, and said in a sultry tone, I'm sure I'm prettier and have a better figure than some old accountant. She grabbed his tie, eyes brimming with hope. Shen Yuan smirked to himself. She's right. Accountants are a dime a dozen, but one who's gorgeous and has a killer figure? Rare. Seeing no reaction, Jing Han played her final move, unbuttoning her shirt to reveal her generous cleavage and asking, Senior, What do you think? Chen Yuan grinned smugly. You make a compelling point. As she finished speaking, Jing Han pulled his hand to her, whispering softly, Chen Yuan. They lunged into a fiery, passionate kiss. In the cramped office, a heated encounter unfolded, with only stifled moans and frantic cries audible outside. Whatever happened, 40 minutes later, a pile of crumpled tissues sat in the trash can. The contest was over. Chen Yuan looked at Jing Han, who was fixing her clothes, and said, 0, 4, be mine, and I'll make sure you're never wronged. He thought secretly, can't believe this little dragon girl was still a virgin. Then he added, let's go shopping this weekend. Jing Han turned, smiling, and said, yes. She thought, I've carved a place in Chen Yuan's heart. It's small, but it's something. Her favorability points above her head read 61. Chen Yuan thought happily, the little dragon girl's starting to fall for me. Perfect. 10 minutes later, Jing Han, sore from the ordeal, limped out of the office, murmuring, ow, it hurts so much. Ying Zed rushed to support her, saying, Jing Han, why put yourself through this? Jing Han, with a content expression, replied, senior sister, I'm fine. I've never felt this truly happy. Back in the office, after Jing Han left, Chen Yuan pulled out his phone, scrolling and muttering, tomorrow's Friday, Dad's birthday. Let's check the gift I pre-ordered for him. How's that car coming along? Can't play favorites. The gold jewelry Mom loves needs to be sorted too. Tomorrow, I'll make sure they both have a blast. Time skipped to the next day. The Chen family stood gathered outside a car showroom. Chen Yuan's younger sister, Xuan, saw the car her brother gifted their dad and ran over, looping her arm around his, pouting, Dad's car is so cool. I want one too. I can take my driving test over summer break. What do you say, big brother? Chen Yuan smiled. No problem. His mother overheard and griped, son, don't spoil your sister too much. She just finished her college entrance exams. Already slacking. She's got a long road ahead. Chen Yuan chuckled. Mom, Xuan just wants a car. It's no big deal. He urged. Come on, Dad. Our aunts and uncles are probably wondering where we are. His father hopped into the car, saying, Right. Let's head to the hotel. Chen Yuan slid into the back seat, sulking slightly. Mum, you don't love me at all. Good thing I've got big brother. Her mother replied, Heavens, a girl should act like one. This isn't home. Let's get in the car. Meanwhile, in the hotel restaurant's dining room, Chen Yuan's aunts and uncles had gathered. Noticing the Chen family was late, a short-haired aunt vented her frustration. Why aren't they here? They invited us to dinner. What kind of logic is it to keep guests waiting? Another agreed. Exactly. If something came up, they should have told us, but they had us arrive early and aren't even here. She thought bitterly. Sure, my Yaodi's family borrowed money from them before, but we paid it back ages ago. When they owed us, we only asked a few times. But when they repaid us, they were so smug, even looking down on Yaodi. Another aunt chimed in. 0, 4. My fault. Yesterday, Hongwang called and asked me to pass on a message, but I forgot. Old Chen Yao's wife snapped. That just proves they didn't plan properly. Why call only your family and not ours? Another added, yeah, why should our family business be announced through others? Hearing their tone, the man in glasses grew irritated, thinking, every person here whose family hasn't benefited from mine? Now that we're bankrupt, they all jump out to criticize. What a pack of ungrateful wolves. The man smoking a cigarette spoke up. Second brother's family has fallen this low, yet they still act superior. His birthday banquet today probably won't be joyful. Old Chen Yao's wife added, Third uncle, we'll see how the eldest brother performs later. Chen Yao heard his wife and let out a sleazy chuckle. Heh, just look at the state of our family's brotherhood. The man in glasses sighed inwardly.